Hi guys. Um, let's see, chat. So we're on our way. Me, myself, and I are on our way out to Pasadena to the convention center where people have evacuated to the convention center. I wanted to drop off some of our no more dramas there for the pets, and then I also wanted to see if I could get a front view of the actual devastation. People have been asking, they've had everything pretty much closed down, the roads to actually get near or close to the fire. Um, that's my map taking us to where we're going right now. Yeah, so they've had all the roads pretty much closed down. I tried yesterday to go to Pacific Palisades, and they had the National Guard at all these different locations. So there was no way, even being in Angelino here and knowing the back routes and how I could potentially even like supersede the road closures, I couldn't, because they had the National Guard at every possible location that I knew of. So we'll see what happens there. Um, I'm going to switch over to the. Wait, I'm gonna leave that on right now. So anyway, so hi guys. It's been I don't know. My morning didn't start off like I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be real peaceful and real easy, and that didn't happen. And so I've had to like breathe and just kind of step back and just chill for a second, you know, and just know what my plan for the day is, and allow my anxiety to leave me as much as possible so that I can actually enjoy what I'm about to do, and have incredible conversations potentially with the people that are there at the rescue centers, evacuation centers, and just seeing what they need and how we can help. And I always like to make, what I've learned is I like to make a contact there that seems to be like one of the managers or one of the lead people there of the evacuation centers, so that I can give them my number and they can actually reach back out to me and say, hey, we're running low, can you bring some more out? Because then that way I can actually create this schedule where I can actually like get these phone calls and saying, oh, we need to visit them and them today. So we're going to continue to move forward with what we're doing. And I just want to say once again, you guys who have been, asking about volunteering or doing something, and I know we all aren't here in Los Angeles or near the evacuation centers or the fire areas. So we created on our website, Healthy Paws Herbal Labs. The link is in my description. And we've actually created two products. One is for our No More Drama travel sizes, and one's for our No More Drama 2-ounce sizes, so that we can donate those. And we really, really appreciate everybody doing what they've done so far. It's just been so wonderful to have that extra support. We are just cooking and just making more and more formula right now, just to be able to help these pets at this time. And the pet T-Mobile is with me phone, but it's horrible. I could be right next to Serge, and he has his live going during locations, during all our travels. His live stays live, and mine just drops. So I don't know what it is, why it's picking on me. But I see that I need to have my own. I need to have a phone just designated just for lives, because I do all my business on the phone and work all the time off my phone, so I know I've got apps open and I've just got so much information on there. So I'm exceeding my bandwidth probably all the time, but that should not affect me not being able to go live. And it's very frustrating because I want to share and I want to continue live with you guys, but the service I've been getting from T-Mobile is just subpar. It's just horrible. And it's frustrating because I get into these stories and I start talking, and all of a sudden I see the little wheel spinning, and all of a sudden I see, oh, disconnected, oh, disconnected, and then it's trying to reconnect, and then it's a whole process of reconnecting. Sometimes I end up dropping the live, and sometimes I end up actually losing live altogether. But here, I'll just show you these guys here. You can see these guys. You know, there's a fire truck next to me. There's a couple more here. So maybe they're heading back because the fire's, you know, is pretty contained at this point, or at a level of containment that they can start sending back the resources from where they came from. They don't say. Let's see if we see a license plate on that one. I don't think they have license plates. Do they have license plates on fire trucks? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so these are California trucks. So these are coming from, let's see if there's a badge on the side that says Fort Jones. I think that's kind of near out towards Palm Springs. Interesting. I mean, see these guys, I have to say this, to see these guys out here and to see how much compassion they've had and how much love they have for doing what they do. I mean, it's amazing what they do. To be able to like sit here and just dedicate hours, and they you know, you hear these guys, some of these guys were not sleeping for not just one day but several days. They're up just fighting these fires. I mean, that's a whole nother dedication to doing something that you love to do, and it's, you know, to be able to help people like what they do is just amazing. I mean, my hats off to them. So so we're like coming down through downtown right now, and then from downtown we'll go over through the 5 and then to Pasadena. It's like right now it says that I'm live, but I don't even know if I'm live because of this internet that I have going on with my phone. So if you're there, say hi, and then at least I know I'm connected to a live. But if not, this will go up afterwards. Degrees here in Los Angeles.
drive through the city. So we're exiting out of downtown Los Angeles. Over to our right is the exit for Chinatown. And that's a pretty interesting place. It's a great place to get food. Oh my God, the food there is just incredible. And then also there's tons of like Chinese doctors there too that do herbal remedies as well, like our Dr. Kyle. But the food is fantastic on Chinatown. And right there too, you can see on the sign right to our right is Dodger Stadium, is our baseball stadium. Right to our left here. Hi, welcome everybody. We're off to Pasadena Convention Center. That's our evacuations center for the Easton fires out here in Altadena, Arcadia. So yeah, we were out here a few days ago, end of last week, to the Pasadena Humane Society. We went twice last week. And it's just amazing what they're doing there as well. So we're driving through the backside of Pasadena right now, going into Pasadena. The way will actually end as it takes us into Pasadena, and then from there we'll be heading towards the convention center. And then from there, you guys, I'm hoping to get a close-up look of the fire area if we are allowed in, and just get some footage, because it's really, you see it on the news and it's one thing, but when you're actually there in person and you see it in person, it's a whole nother thing. You can, on the news you can almost wrap your head around it a little bit, like the size and all that, by being up in the air and the helicopters and all that, but when it really gets down to being on the ground, boots on the ground, and actually seeing the area firsthand, it's just so overwhelming. And I'm hoping I could get to Palisades soon. I always like to tell a little story. So I used to have this client out here in Pasadena, and she lived on the Arroyo, which was these homes that overlooked this big canyon, and it was just beautiful because her home was on the top of the canyon. And you look across, you can see homes on the other side, but then there's this big dip going down, and there's homes down below and all that. But just her home was just spectacular. We probably did, I want to say, probably about 15 Christmas trees for her home. And one of the Christmas trees we did was probably about 30 feet high, to kind of give you a scale of her house. And it would take us a good month to actually get that set up. And then actually we'd start probably 6 months prior so that we can actually do all the purchasing. And it's crazy because what's so beautiful about these designs when we do them is, like, you always think, oh, they've got all this stuff from last Christmas and the Christmas before last and the Christmas before last. But we could use, I always like to say, we could probably use a good 75% of those materials for this Christmas, but they always want something new. They want because this particular client will throw a New Year's party. And so at the same time we're setting up Christmas, we're also getting ready to set up the outside tent for the New Year's party. And so that always comes in the few days before Christmas. So it's set up so if people during Christmas wants to go out and be outside and still be kind of warm and just overlook the Arroyo, they can, by having their own like little club outside of the house. So, but yeah, it's always interesting. I had a client that I just did their Christmas tree this year, and 3 years ago we did. She never had a tree done by me, and so I just really made it really special for her and matched her house and her colors, and she loved pinks and all that, and so it was just really super beautiful. And then that year she ended up having a grandchild, and then she decided that next Christmas she wanted a traditional Christmas. So we did a traditional Christmas tree, which was always fun to do as well. So that's my story about Pasadena right now. So you brought me up to thinking about Christmas again. God, okay, so we're now getting ready to enter into Pasadena area here, and let's see where we are here. And over there in that green sign right there, you see where it says Rose Bowl Huntington Library. If you guys are not here in Los Angeles or California, our Huntington Library here is just so beautiful. It's gardens, and so you get to actually walk around a huge property of all these different sections on the. Have a little Japanese area where all the, they have a little lake there. They have all the Japanese style trees and buildings and all that. It's a great thing to do for a day. Okay, looks like we're coming up here. Del Mar. So the Pasadena Convention Center is up here on our right. You can see they actually have some barriers, road barriers there that they've been using, but they don't have them up right now. So they've opened this street up. I'm sure the traffic has died down a little bit. Just kind of like cruising here, trying to see where I can go, you guys. There's some people donating there. The convention center's on our right there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and circle around here, you guys. Okay, hold on, you guys. We're gonna go circle around, back around now. Now that we've kind of got an idea of like what we're doing and where we're going. Flip you right here. Okay, guys. Grab a couple bags. We'll see what we can share. Let me go back here. Just grab. Hi, guys. Okay. Hey guys. So we're here in Pasadena. We're at the Convention Center. This is the evacuation for the Easton fires. And we're going to check it out here, see what's going on. Seems much quieter these days than last week, which is only obvious. And this is where I wish I just had my mobility of my hip 100%, because when it's days like today, the last couple of days, my hip's been killing me. And they're still digging into it. It's just so frustrating. But anyways, normally I'd be running faster right now. But hey, don't you guys like my little Robertson right there? That's funny. I think he's like, him and Melrose would be my two characters that I would say I'm like on our website. Their backstories. So now I think I need to find. Hey Amanda. If you guys have never been to Pasadena, Pasadena is a really cute little town. It's just very artsy. Very, very, very cute town. So if you come to LA, you could spend, you could maybe do a day and come out to the Huntington Gardens out in Pasadena, and then there's a couple of places you can check out here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see how we're doing here. Let's ask this guy. How's, what's that?
Your wristband?
I don't have a wristband.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, guys. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave the camera on, but I have to mute for now because we're going inside and for privacy issues. So you're not gonna be able to hear what I say, but you'll be able to look around, okay guys? Now I can unmute. There we go. Okay, now I can unmute. Well, that was interesting what I just said that you didn't hear I say. Anyway, so I met this lady. Her name was Paige, and she was great. She was so happy to have the formulas, and we left her with a couple bags of it. So she took my number. She said she'd give me a call if she runs out. She was excited that we were there. And what I was talking about, why you guys couldn't hear what I was talking about, is these people, us in general, we're people, right? We come up with these rules somewhere in our lives. And it's got to be this way or that way or this way or that way. And maybe sometimes these rules don't even work any longer. And yet you have so many people that are following these rules and trying to do their best by the rules, but they don't work. And I just have that mindset where I look at a situation and I like to see what's going on, evaluate it for me. How would it work? How does the situation work for me? And how do I best fit in the situation to be able to do what I do? It's like, I was there to donate, and I wanted to, it's like at first their rules, they were not easy to work with. One's like, oh, we can't. And I mean, you can't what? And she's like, well, you have to do this. It was just, I had to fill out a bunch of paperwork, which is okay. I get that, to know where the product's coming in from. I get that, but it was just like, I don't follow rules, and I never have, because I just feel like, I mean, I'll take suggestions on how to do things, and if they feel like they're right to do it that way, that's great. But I just feel like, in life we get so trapped by these rules and regulations that were generated from people decades and decades ago. And so they don't even like fit today's lifestyles, and so I don't know. So that's who I am, you guys. Anyways, I got a little frustrated in there because I'm there to help, and then all of a sudden to see some of these people, oh, yeah, and they're just, where did they get that? They got it from someone else going, and they got it from someone else going, and so it just gets passed down. It's like what I always talk about, interpretations, our interpretations of life. Who are we? What are we? Why do we do the things we do? Well, a lot of times we do the things we do because the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we interact with life is basically how our parents interact with life a lot of the time, and how our grandparents. And so we follow their interpretation on what they think is right in life. And, I've always said, have you ever stopped and really looked on what you think is right in life for you? I mean, because a lot of those interpretations are done so long ago. Those rules and regulations, getting back to rules and regular laws and all this, there's so many things that they don't really work in today's time. Where when my great grandparents were here in the 1800s, the laws were, a lot of the laws were, it was put into action then, and those laws don't work today. I mean, if you don't revisit and reevaluate how things are doing, and in the world itself, and you've got all these people following these laws, and I don't know what got me on that tangent. I just get really frustrated sometimes just trying to follow other people's laws and things that I just look and I just see there's more efficient ways to do things, and there usually is a more efficient way to do things if you really step back and take a look at it from your eyes rather than the eyes of your ancestors. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go near where the fires were. So,
just like to kind of get firsthand of what we see there. Now I'm looking, it's like
big, beautiful houses here, you guys. We just passed one. I saw over to my right. There's a whole street here, the whole street, the houses are gone. My internet, wow, one house after another house. Good, you guys. I may have to just jump off and just record it and then upload upload a video if it continues to do this, because I do want to get this and be able to share this, and I don't want to be worried about, am I connecting the video, the internet again. Look at this. It's like a ghost town with these houses. Wow. Be patient. I'll do the recording and I'll have it uploaded soon. I will see you here soon. Wow, this is just like, it's really horrible to see. It's really, that's what I was wondering. To be here is a whole different story. Wow.